world events to Washington and New York City, here's your concise world update for Tuesday, December 23rd. The two gunmen who opened fire on a Hanukkah celebration at Sydney's Bondi Beach this month also hurled homemade explosive devices into the crowd, described as 3 pipe bombs and a tennis ball bomb, none of which exploded. A car bomb killed a senior Russian general on Monday, marking the 3rd assassination of a top military officer in just over a year. Russian investigators said Ukrainian intelligence may have been involved. Thailand and Cambodia agreed on Monday to convene defense officials on December 24th in an effort to revive a months-old ceasefire, as intense border fighting between the two neighbors stretched into a 3rd week and the death toll climbed to at least 8. Pakistan has agreed to a weapons deal worth more than $4 billion with the Libyan National Army, despite a United Nations arms embargo on the conflict-scarred North African country. President Donald Trump on Monday unveiled what he described as an ambitious new plan for the U.S. Navy, the construction of a massive new warship he repeatedly referred to as a battleship, part of a broader vision he dubbed a Golden Fleet. The Department of Homeland Security announced Monday that undocumented immigrants who agree to leave the United States voluntarily by the end of the year will be eligible for a $3,000 stipend. The federal government has scaled back gun enforcement in Baltimore and other cities this year as investigators are reassigned to President Donald Trump's top law enforcement priority, identifying and deporting immigrants in the U.S. illegally. The year-end holiday travel period is expected to be the busiest on record, with Americans hitting the roads and skies in unprecedented numbers. Senator Ted Cruz has been privately criticizing Vice President J.D. Vance to Republican donors as he weighs a possible run for the White House in 2028. Lawmakers in both parties see voter anger over the cost of living as the dominant issue heading into next year's midterm elections, and are rolling out an expanding array of proposals aimed at tackling the stubborn problem of affordability. Once hailed by the left as Democrat star prosecutor during President Donald Trump's first impeachment, Representative Dan Goldman is now facing the toughest race of his career. The Trump administration filed a lawsuit Monday against the local government of Washington, challenging the city's gun laws and arguing that restrictions on certain semi-automatic weapons violate the Second Amendment. The final protester, charged in connection with New York City's 2020 Black Lives Matter demonstrations, was sentenced Monday to 50 hours of community service for his role in a violent confrontation that left an NYPD lieutenant seriously injured. A lawyer serving on Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani's transition team has a history of praising and associating with Louis Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam leader long criticized for anti-Semitic and bigoted rhetoric. A federal judge in Brooklyn declared a mistrial on Monday in the corruption case against Linda Sun, a former aide to Governors Kathy Hochul and Andrew Cuomo, accused of illegally acting as an agent of China. As the Metropolitan Transportation Authority rolls out new fare gate designs at a handful of subway stations, New Yorkers are already thinking about how riders might try to slip through without paying. A public Hanukkah menorah in the northern Ukrainian city of Chernihiv was vandalized early Monday, with unknown individuals knocking it over and leaving behind an anti-Semitic message. U.S. stocks finished higher on Monday, kicking off the holiday-shortened week with broad gains led by a continued rebound in technology shares. Most Americans aren't planning to give to charity before the end of the year, according to a new Opinord poll, underscoring the challenge nonprofits face as they count on a December donation surge to close budget gaps. From the Middle East to Wall Street, you're up to date.